Alright, this is us heading out. Where are we going? Saratoga Springs, New York.
From Baltimore.
How long is it? 6 hours. And we are headed up to the book event of V.E. Schwab, Victoria Schwab, for the paperback release of Addie LaRue and all around book hijinks.
Just kind of shuts down and gets defensive, so I kind of leave it alone. But
it's Saturday. We were supposed to beta read for a friend last night, and we both got like one chapter in, and then we're like, sleep time. So now it's Saturday, Saratoga Springs. Tonight is our book event to see Victoria Schwab, and we're gonna spend the day walking around this super cute little town and getting some good food and hanging out in the library and writing. So, yeah. Skidmore College was here, and I don't like the sound of that. Skidmore.
I want to go to Skidless.
No Skids College.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
Because you're doing your same, everybody's got their hands up, you and Pee-wee.
This is so good. Kind of tastes like banana though.
Tour. She did a virtual tour, and the events in the virtual tour were like,
Oh yeah, we did do that. And then Felicia Day was on it, wasn't she?
oh yeah, the so many of the moderators that they had on that tour were really fantastic. Felicia Day, I believe Taylor Jenkins Reid did one.
What?
They were just really good
fun.
ones.
And I think, because of COVID, but we had Addie LaRue Day, so like we went and got the books and spent the whole day reading. I think we both took off of work.
Yeah, and the hype is real. It's awesome. If you haven't read it, you should definitely check it out. It is about there's a lot of strange dogs here.
Strange. Well, I'm sure we'll do an episode on her books, so like probably do one.
Yeah, we'll be in a quieter environment when we give you a rundown.
Although I don't know how to take. It's not my favorite of hers. I definitely liked the Fishes. I liked Fishes. The Shades of Magic ones, though, like I guess I like the fantasy though. So
Honestly, Vengeful is my favorite so far of hers, and I'm partial to all of them. And of course, she's an automatic buy and read.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was definitely special. It had almost like, between the two of them, it felt almost like Revival by Stephen King, like really interesting. And of course, there's like a Flatliners vibe, but
I liked them.
Alright, so the plan is we're heading over to the library. We're heading over to the library soon to oh geez, sorry Dawn, to do our beta reading. Not get through it. What's the one? Let's just get it over with. I doubt this audience watches Sex and the City. Who knows?
You never know.
Don't we all watch it? Bye. Don't judge us for our bottle use.
Nope, so farty.
Smells farty. You know, when they say palatable, you're no angel. So, we just got back from Victoria Schwab's book tour now that she's doing for the paperback copy of Addie LaRue. Because obviously the hardcover came out during COVID, so we did all of the virtual tour events, not all of them, but a good number of virtual tour events. So it was great to be able to do it in person this time. We both got a copy of the book signed. It's got a cute little bird stamp in it. And then you also got a pin. I'm going to do that makeup sort of thing. Does that work? I think it did. One day we'll know cameras. It was great. It really was like an interesting format for a book signing, just because she's gained so much popularity. To be able to like move through an event quickly, you got your book pre-signed. She signed everything beforehand, so that the time could be spent on the actual like moderation interview and then like a Q&A. It was very different than other book signing events we've been to, in the sense of it felt more constructed and like more like it had a quicker flow to it, which wasn't a bad thing. Like if anything, I feel like I got a lot of information from this, which I liked, and like a lot of talk about the actual book, but also like writing process and stuff like that, which is always interesting, and like hearing her take on things, and you know, like hearing like more about like in depth of, I feel like the characters they talked about a lot. Definitely. I think you got way more like bang for your buck. I mean, I think this is gonna, not to sound like a hot take, but a lot of the time it's like pretty nerve-wracking to go through a signing and get your book signed, and you feel like you have to say something. Like, I always get so nervous when I do it. I don't know why. I feel like, and then I'm like, I'm gonna say this, and then when I get up there I'm completely silent, which and you just like, say yeah, I'm not a shy person by any means, but for some reason you just say, I like you face. I read goodly. Please. You write what I like. But, I mean, no matter what you say, it's probably not the wrong thing. You know if it's the wrong thing. Yeah, and, like, I'm sure authors like to hear really, well, reviews are for readers. I think that could definitely be something more widespread. Reviews are for readers, not for authors. But it was like, I don't know, it was kind of nice not to have that nerve-wracking moment of like, what am I going to say to this person that like is so influential to me, and that like I like their content so much. So it was like you got all of the good parts of the signing sort of experience, like book event, and you know, there's an opportunity to ask questions if you want to. So yeah, it was great. The questions were good. I was about to say, I actually really liked most of the questions that were asked, and I thought they were interesting questions, because like sometimes you go to these book things and people ask like really boring questions, and it's like questions unanswerable questions. I was about to say questions that would take like literally an hour. Write? Yes, that would take like hours to answer, and that this one, all of the questions were like pretty concise and like very interesting, and like I liked it. Neither of us got an opportunity to ask a question, but also like, I don't know if my question fit the vibe, which I would have asked Cecily, but make it lighthearted. A good mix of things like that is good. But yeah, it was a great event. It was lots of good writing and reading information. I mean, of course, we really liked the book, and just Victoria Schwab in general is very smart, funny, charismatic, and you know, super amazing at writing and talking and so constructing sentences. Very interesting. And as she did mention even herself on stage, it was so
hot
It was so freaking hot in there.
in that church. It wasn't that hot when we got in at first. When it filled up, and it did fill up, there was a lot of people there.
I don't like the idea of body heat.
Yeah, it was thick air. It was so hot in there, and actually it did really cool down instantly once everyone left. So that's just a lot of breath condensed in one space. No windows, because why have windows?
Not in a church.
But other than that, I had a great time.
It was great. It was a nice walk over there through Congress Park. The walk back was good.
Yeah, Saratoga Springs is beautiful. It was a really good overall trip.
Yeah, this town's super cute. It was great to spend a weekend doing book stuff, which is living the dream.
And that's what, if you have any nice stories about any book signing you've been to, or any authors that you particularly liked their book signings, definitely leave a comment or anything, and
or disaster stories.
if you want, we'll read them.
What's an embarrassing thing that you said to an author?
Yeah, or a strange question you've asked them. But yeah, it was great. So
thanks for hanging out. Listen to the podcast. Feel free to send us any questions or emails or anything at this stage, really. In the future, I hope that the volume's so great that we don't have time for your ridiculousness. But now we've got all the time in the world.
I'll read it.
So no penises.
No. Stop it.
Nobody wants to look at that.
Deleted.
But yeah, it was great.
Like and subscribe.